Hello and welcome to the Mums in Franchise Expert Showcase, and today we're talking to Catherine Reynolds at the the Business Beautician, and Catherine is amazing. She is the whiz at your branding, at your design, and she also is able to make the most beautiful websites imaginable. And we're talking to her today about all things branding. So, hello there, Catherine. Hello? Can you hear us?
Hello. Hello. Sorry. Yes, you cut out a little bit there. Wow. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm feeling brilliant now. So that's great.
Good, good. I would like to start today with asking you the question, why is it important to get your branding right?
There's a funny thing about branding is that people think they know what it is. They say, oh yes, I've got my brand, but really what they tend to mean is they've got my logo. And that is just a tiny, tiny part of your overall brand. Your brand is your whole look, so all the colours you use, the fonts you use, the spacing, the types of images, and how you use them. But it is most importantly the attitude of your business. So it's how you speak to your customers and what you stand for, so the key messages that your business stands for. And that's your actual brand. That's the your brand message that you want to get across through your logo and through your images and through your colours and this sort of thing. So really, it's the centre of your business. It's what it means. It's what makes it unique. And I would say it's probably the most important thing that you can work with to strengthen your business is your brand. Because it's everything your business stands for.
Fabulous. So what do you think needs to be the main consideration when you're looking at your branding and you're reviewing exactly where you are currently with your branding? And what do people get wrong?
I think, as I said, the most important thing to start with is to find out what your brand really is about. Because often you know who you're trying to sell to, you know what your products are, but getting excuse me, to the key messages of what you want to convey with your brand, what your business is going to say to people. You know, whether you're a friendly or a lively brand, or whether you're a brand that wants to make people feel very calm and warm, or whether you want to feel very professional, maybe you stand for quality. Those sorts of things that are right at the centre of your brand need to be shouted out through everything that you do. So really that needs to be the first thing you think about, is what does my brand need to say to people? What's the important messages that I need to get across? And then that will filter through to everything you do. And one of the strengths of it is to always do everything in the same way. So you're always conveying that message. You're always building on the same message that you've created with your business. So it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs. And that's how brands get really big. I mean, a really good example is Virgin. Of course, huge now, but started off very, very small. And that was the name that he came up with. Virgin was very honest to himself. It was about everything that he stood for. Not that he was a virgin, thoroughly doubt it. But it was all very honest. It's a fun brand. It was something that was a bit quirky. It wanted to challenge people. It didn't limit him to what area he was working with. But it has worked along for different businesses that he's had in complete different fields, because at the centre of it is that one fun, onward-looking personality that Virgin encompasses. So if you think about your business and your brand, what's that the one bit of personality for your business that you want to convey through everything you do. And I think that's where you should start, is really thinking about your business. And then you can think about how you can move it forwards through logos and colours and fonts and websites. But until you know exactly what your business means, everything else becomes less powerful. So you need that one message to communicate to all your customers to begin with.
And is it okay to change the branding that you have, change the look and feel of your business?
Yes, it is. It depends. It depends how you do it. Just because you've chosen a particular route with your brand, so say, oh, I don't know, like Emma's got her red colours, it doesn't mean that you can't introduce something different, as long as the key components of the key feel of your brand stays the same. So obviously Emma's got her logo and she's got the Night That Beautiful red, but she's starting to, as it's being built, introduce some more textures, some different colours, the whites and the blacks, and she'll start to play with different images as she goes. So if she's got a new product out, then it might have a slightly different feel. So don't really look at it as changing your brand. I mean, going for a completely different look would probably, everyone will be quite confused. It's the same business, I'm not sure. But if you add to things incrementally and you start to market new products in a slightly different way, so you can tell it apart from the older products, and it just moves the brand on. And a brand shouldn't be a static thing. It's a developing character. So look at it as your little business brand growing up and getting their big girl pants on and going out into the big wide world and learning new things. So I find it really helps actually when I'm talking with my clients to think of their brand as a character. Give it a name and a personality, and that way you'll never change them. Not too much anyway.
So if you're thinking of franchising your business and you're looking to get franchisees on board working under the same brand as you, what do you think that the key considerations need to be insofar as maintaining your brand integrity is concerned?
The most important thing is, again, to make them understand what your business stands for. So bringing them in and talking to them about the key parts of your business, you know, how you speak to your customers, what language you use, what sort of interests your customers have, how you can appeal to them. And then it's really important for everybody to be on the same song sheet. So if you're thinking of franchising a business, you're basically getting a lot of different yous in to sing your song around the country, or internationally. So they need to really have the tools to do that. So you can start off with talking about the messaging, how you do things, and of course the processes that's all in your manual. But also give them the tools for communicating in the same way that you could. So if you've got a core centre of leaflets and brochures and possible marketing campaigns and posters and display products, make them easily editable so that your franchisees can add to them in a limited way so that they're using what you already have, so they can communicate the same messages very, very easily. And just maybe adding their contact details even. But then if you then release more products, or you go into you move in a slightly different direction, again, give them those tools so that they don't think, oh, well, I need I need a new poster for this particular product. We've got a new coffee range coming out and don't have anything. I'll just put one together. And that's when you get things like a big, bold, red underlined thing in the middle of something that should never be there, and it just looks messy, and they've done their best and they know what they want to convey, but maybe they don't have the tools, they don't have the knowledge to get it looking exactly right. And people are quite fickle when they're looking at things like posters or even leaflets. Actually, people skim read. They get an impression when they first look at something. So you really need to be upfront with the right messaging across everything.
So your big recommendation would be to have a bank of marketing materials, things that are there that are branded, whether that be headers for Facebook pages, whether that be layouts for newsletters, whether that be leaflets, whether that be posters. If you have a bank of them to provide to franchisees, then that will make sure that your brand integrity is maintained.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe they have just editable boxes, so you can put in, they can put in their titles and their information in the newsletter, for example, but then the template stays the same. So the first thing that the customers will see across all your franchises is the same, and then it's just the messaging or just the particular communication that the franchisee puts across that will change, and maybe their details.
It's kind of like the McDonald's thing, isn't it? It's the whole, if you go into any McDonald's in the whole of the world, you will get the same look and feel, and you want to achieve that within your franchise business as well.
Well, I need it. Yes, you do, because it's also about, these people have bought into your brand. They want that power. They don't want to go off and do their own thing, because they bought the powerful brand that you've made. And the customers also want to recognise that brand, buy into it, and the more your franchises do that all across the country, the more, the stronger your brand will be. So it's good for you and it's good for them. And you know, it's also in maintaining your integrity in look, but also in your messaging and probably in your products as well. So it's just as important as the processes that are contained within the manual.
So can you tell us a little bit, Catherine, about what you can offer at the Business Beautician to help people to ensure that their brand is right and that their branding is right, and also that they can maintain that integrity at the point that they're ready to franchise?
Yeah, I work with a number of different businesses to work out exactly what they want to showcase with their brand, exactly what they want to say. So I always start with those key messages. I will always ask, you know, who's your main audience, or who's your ideal customer? What are those main marketing messages? And sometimes it's a bit woolly, they're a bit unclear. They know what they do, they know what their products are, but we really focus down on that one message, and from that I then build out to creating a look that can be replicated throughout all the marketing materials. And then there are a number of different things you can have in your bank of resources. You can have things like editable PDFs, so template of a poster or a leaflet or a brochure even can be maintained while they just add their details. We can also do email templates again, so they just add details. It all looks the same across everything. Social media, even to Twitter and Facebook headers and Google+. So they've got something to put up. It's very easy for them to just say, right, click on that. We can even change, say, Facebook headers to have the name of that particular franchise. So it feels a little bit like their own, but again, it's sending across the same message. We've even done display materials, so for exhibitions, pull-ups and banners, and they tend to be quite useful. So it's just thinking what you would need to display for a particular franchise, and then finding a way to replicate that. And there's some fantastic technology that allow you to do that. So yeah, I work with businesses to make sure that they can maintain their brands across everything.
Fabulous. And how can people get in touch with you, Catherine? Have we still got you?
I missed that. I just
Sorry.
cut out. Can you repeat what you said?
How can people get in touch with you?
On Facebook, come and have a look at my Facebook page, The Business Beautician. Like me and join in the conversation. I put tips there as well on how to design certain things like Facebook headers, or how to size things properly, or how to cut out on different software and post up images and everything. Or just email me and we can have a chat about what you need to do with your brand. But I'm fine if you just contact me and let me know where you are with your branding, and maybe I can give you a few pointers about where to go, what to do next, what you could be thinking about, even before we get together to do anything. It's just quite useful to see where to start. I guess lots of people asking, oh my goodness, I've got so much to do, I've got a whole list of things to do, I don't know where to start, and sometimes it's quite nice to have a little bit of a drawback and somebody else say, no, let's start with this. So yeah, we can get you sorted.
Fabulous. Thank you very much for your time this morning, Catherine, and all of the details there are on the page. To get in touch with Catherine, her Facebook, her email, catherine@businessbeautition.com, and she's also there on Twitter, or you can go over and check out her website. So thank you very much for your time, Catherine. Catherine, I will do.
My pleasure, and good luck you all with your potential franchises. It's exciting.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.